All right, let's take a look at some of those individual movers. And first up, Tesla shares closing the day up just about 2%. On the stock getting hit with a downgrade from Morgan Stanley. Adam Jonas lowered his rating to equal weight from overweight, but raised his price target to $250 a share. This marking the second downgrade of Tesla in just 2 days. And Kiko, a lot of it goes back to just the valuation, how far Tesla has climbed at this point, the fact that it's really been one of the winners in this AI rally, and Adam Jonas being one of those analysts that are saying, hey, at least for right now, we're going to stay on the sidelines.
Yeah, I mean, Tesla's been a beneficiary of a lot of positive headlines. We've talked a lot about the partnership they announced on the EV charging with Ford as well as GM. There's also the AI play and the real hopes riding on the robo-taxis as well. But when you look at the share price, it has gone up $80 a share over the last month. I mean, that is just an incredible, incredible run up. So no surprise here in terms of what we heard from Barclays yesterday and then Adam Jonas today. The valuation is certainly much higher. A lot of that really being valued based off of the AI play, despite some of the concerns around its EV model moving forward. Shares of Anheuser-Busch closing the day higher after Deutsche Bank analyst Mitch Collette upgraded Bud Light's parent company from hold to buy and raised his price target from $52 to $60 a share, noting that Bud Light is at the end of the tunnel of its controversy. And Shauna, if we need to remind viewers, it is about the controversy around Bud Light using a transgender influencer. And we've seen, a huge backlash on the back of that. It feels though like analysts are a bit split on when we see the end of this controversy, because remember last week we were talking about another call saying that this could go well beyond July 4th. Hard to say, when this has had so much traction.
Yeah, it's very hard to say. I think a lot of people have been a bit surprised just in terms of how big of a reaction this got, how much sales of Bud Light have really been suffering. They've been off over 20% on a weekly basis for the last 9 weeks in a row when you compare it to a year ago. So it really puts in perspective just what this boycott has done to the business here of Anheuser-Busch, specifically the sales of Bud Light. We have seen that as people have been boycotting Bud Light, they have turned to some of the competitors out there like Miller Lite, like Coors Light, and that, of course, has led some of the analysts out there to take more bullish outlooks on Molson Coors. But again, Deutsche Bank at least saying that they see the light, sounds like, at the end of the tunnel here for this controversy, and they do expect some of these headwinds to begin to fade. All right, let's also take a look at Amazon closing the day higher. JP Morgan reiterating its overweight rating on the stock. The team there bullish on the future growth in Amazon Prime. Loop also reiterating its buy rating, lifting its price target higher here, just around $180 a share. It was up from $140 a share. When it comes to JP Morgan, though, when they reaffirmed their rating, it's all just about Prime and the potential here within advertising and what that could look like for Amazon over the next several months.
Yeah, and we've seen that advertising side of the business for Amazon pick up in terms of growth in a significant way as well. Looking at Loop's note here, though, interesting to point out, they say Amazon's retail segment mix has become much richer with the $50 billion expansion in advertising and then also commissions revenue when you compare it to where things were pre-COVID.
Yeah, Amazon shares closing up just about 4%.